The use of economic sanctions, both on countries and on individual people, in American foreign policy really heralds a new era, not only in foreign policy, but in global diplomacy and the history of the world. There really is a chance now at global peace without war. And this isn't naivety, it's experience. Look at how North Korea, increasingly Venezuela, and about to be Iran, are being forced to act in the interests of the globe through international sanctions. And look in particular how in the measures to bring Iran into compliance after they violated the horrible treaty that Obama concluded, are all being forced on the world by the United States. The European nations do not want to renew sanctions. They want to remain under the deal. But because of U.S. sanctions, their companies and multinationals have no choice but to stop dealing with Iran, because essentially they have a choice. You deal with America or you deal with Iran. Iran has a GDP of 300 billion, America has 20 trillion. So who's the more profitable trading partner? And as a result, even though they don't want to, they have to go along with what we're calling the secondary sanctions imposed on companies that do business with Iran. All of this really reminds me very much of what went on during the Middle Ages, when the Pope would enforce world peace in conformity to his dogma by papal excommunication. Anybody who didn't fall in line was excommunicated, and that meant in the belief of the day that they'd be consigned to hell after their death. Well, hell on earth in our current economy is being cut off from the international banking system. You can't have a bank account, you can't wire money, you can't receive money, you can't earn interest, you can't invest. You can sleep with the money under your pillow, and that's about all you can do. You can't even change it in for dollars. And that increasingly is a draconian sanction, since most of our adversaries are at some level criminal, and their goal is to amass money. These sanctions are devastatingly effective. At the moment, for example, we have upped the ante with Iran. We've said not only must you not further develop nuclear weapons, you have to dismantle the development you've done, in particular the heavy water, which can be used for a plutonium bomb. It's now revealed that Obama actually paid U.S. tax money to buy heavy water from Iran to bring it in compliance with the treaty, basically pay off the country to comply. And Trump and Pompeo are insisting on new, more draconian terms in response to the sanctions they're imposing. North Korea has just sent an emissary to New York to negotiate keeping the summit on track. And Venezuela is desperate under the impact of the sanctions that have been imposed. Russia also has had a good many of its top oligarchs sanctioned, and if that policy is expanded, could bring Russia to its knees as well. This is an absolutely incredible development in world history, and is one to be heavily applauded. I would call it Pax Trump, but I don't know the Latin word for Trump. You want to hear more? Click on the link at the end of this video to see my latest column. Thanks for watching.